All right, so there's two things that we're really going to focus on here in this drill, and one of them is how do you learn and work to set up a poach, and the other one is utilizing your transition zone. So just a reminder, this is not no man's land. This area, this green part, our transition zone, this is actually what sets us up to create most poaches. It's being willing to kind of sit in that area. Don't feel like we have to go from the baseline straight to the non-volley line. So we're going to do a little game that kind of works on how, as a team, are you moving kind of properly. And a little bit of it is recognizing the purpose of a third shot and a fifth shot and a seventh shot is not just about getting to the net. It's setting up a poachable opportunity. But for the players that are not hitting the third shot, how do you look for a poach and how do you work on that? So what we're going to do, okay, I've got these cones set because that's where we're starting. So we're making our court a little bit smaller. So how it works is, let's say I will be the first server. So when I serve it cross court, okay, once I start that serve, okay, our partners can start approaching the net coming forward, okay? So we actually don't want to come in until our second ball. And the reason for that is what we're actually trying to do with our ball is get it to the point where maybe our partner has a chance to poach, okay, which basically means using the outside quadrants of the court. So if I'm pushing that ball cross court, I'm putting it in front of my partner, okay? So at the same time, that's what we're trying to do is this cross court. So either of these two players can poach on any ball, okay? Once that first serve is done, those other two balls, they can now cross and poach. So what we also want to make sure is we're not feeding it to our opponents to create that. Now, as we're making the move, what we're looking for is moving our paddle, okay? So if I see my opponent about to touch the ball, I kind of want to start to push my paddle towards the ball, make them see me a little bit, okay? So we're going to do a couple practices. We'll do a couple this way and we'll change direction. So remember, we can't come forward till the second ball, okay? And we want to let our partners get ahead, okay? All right, so ball one, you two could start moving, and good. There you go. There's your ball. Good. You almost, okay? So that's good. Okay, so let's play it. So now let's have you guys feed it cross court. Okay, we could start walking, and she gave it to me, so I'm going to take it. Okay, so we want to kind of make sure we have a roll. Okay, so what happens a lot when points get started, we just go to the net. Okay, well, our roll when we don't have the ball, if my partner is hitting a third shot or a fifth shot, my job is two things. Okay, I see her about to hit it. She's putting that ball in front of me. Okay, so the one thing that I'm doing is making my opponent's target smaller. So if I wait back here and say, hey, let's see if she's going to hit a good enough shot, I'm not putting any pressure on this person. And if she hits a great shot, I can't poach off of it. So what I'm really doing is saying, hey, I'm here, and seeing if I can actually take a stab at it. So one of the most important things about effective poaching is that you're not in the way of your partner. Okay, so what you want is, why we stagger and separate is so that you give room to your partner to poach. Okay, and what we want to avoid is, so notice even as that point started, I didn't go all the way up to that line. I actually kind of held for a second here so that I had that little extra step that I can now create forward momentum. Okay, all right, let's try it going this way. So once you feed, you two go ahead and start walking. Nothing yet. Go for it. Good. Nice. Almost. Okay. Go ahead and go again. So you guys go ahead and start. Whoever's got the ball can go ahead and feed. No worries. All right. Okay. And that's what we're trying to do. So notice that it's what the purpose of it is we're looking for it. So what can she do differently when I stepped in and took that? See how that ball went to the middle. So the best thing she can do now is get it way over here so that I don't have a chance to poach on it. And actually what's most likely going to do is make it easier for her partner to set that up. So one of the things that we're looking for on what makes an offensive shot, if your opponent gives you a third shot drop or a fourth shot in the middle of the court, those are often attackable balls. Okay, so we want to remember this is what we're looking for when we're doing that. Almost. And wait, and you got to wait until that second ball. Yep. Okay, you go ahead. Good. Almost. Good, good, good. Okay. And that same thing. Once that ball is fed, we as the people cross court, so we can start moving forward once the ball is fed. April, why don't you go ahead and feed one? Okay. And now we're going to start walking forward. Okay. Good. You. Good, good, good. And this is like the rhythm that we're trying to create. So this drill actually works on how you should separate with your partner and what you're trying to look to do. So a mistake that we often make is that person hits a third shot and they're like, oh, I hit a great shot, let's go to the net. Often you're looking to come forward on the fifth shot, okay? Because if you really hit an effective third shot drop, okay, now you're forcing them to hold if you hold your position, now they've got to hit it back to you this way. It's got to be in front of you, okay? So now not only does that feed into your partner's poaching space, but now you can actually do more with your fifth shot and be more offensive on that one, okay?